students. Today we'll complete part 5 of first unit, some basic concept of chemistry, class 11 science. Today we are going to talk about molecular mass, then we'll go for formula mass, mole concept and molar mass, and formula percentage. Okay, so let's start with the molecular mass. Now what is the molecular mass? Molecular mass is the sum of atomic masses of the element present in a molecule. So from the term only you have to remember, if it is molecular mass, it will deal with the mass of a molecule. Now let's take an example, CH4. Okay, CH4 is a molecule. In this molecule what you have? You have one carbon atom and 4 hydrogen atom. So if you sum up the atomic masses of carbon and 4 hydrogen atom, then you will obtain the molecular mass of this methane molecule. Okay, so here one carbon atom, for one carbon atom atomic mass is 12.01 unit plus 4, because 4 hydrogen is there, into atomic mass of each hydrogen, that is 1.008. so you'll get the value of 16.043 U. Okay, do remember molecular mass and atomic mass, for them we either use AMU or simply U as a unit. Next we'll see the formula mass. Now what is the importance of formula mass, or why we have to use the formula mass? See, in this example we get CH4 as a discrete molecule. Okay, but unlike this CH4 or other water, carbon dioxide simple molecule, there are some molecules they remain as an aggregation. Okay, that means they don't remain in a single state, but they remain together. For example, if you take NaCl, for NaCl you will not get only NaCl molecule, but the NaCl present in 3-dimensional structure, where each sodium is surrounded by 6 chlorine and again 6 chlorine is surrounded by 6 sodium. Like that they make a complex pattern. Okay, you will study in class 12 detail about this kind of structure, but for now just remember that there are some molecules they remain as an aggregation instead of remaining as a discrete molecule. So for that kind of molecules, what you have to do, we have to calculate the formula mass. Formula mass calculation is same as your molecular mass. Just to remember that for aggregated molecule, instead of counting the molecular mass, we calculate the formula mass, right? So see here, some substances such as sodium chloride do not contain discrete molecule. Discrete means single molecule as their constituent units, example NaCl. In such compound, positively charged sodium, okay, in NaCl you know that Na is remain as Na plus and Cl exists as Cl minus. Okay, so in such compound, positively charged sodium and negatively charged chloride entities are arranged in a 3-dimensional structure as shown in this picture. Now how to calculate the mass for them? We calculate the formula mass. There also same thing, we'll sum up the atomic masses. So we'll take atomic mass of sodium plus atomic mass of chlorine, 23 and 35.5 unit. So formula mass of sodium chloride come as 58.5 unit. For formula mass also, what is the unit? The unit is U. Next we'll see the mole concept. Mole concept is already given in the notes. Just have a look here. Atoms and molecules are extremely small in size. Okay, we all know that atoms and molecules are so tiny that even under microscope you cannot see them. Okay, but their numbers are very large even in a small amount of any substance. In class 9 you have performed a number of activity to realize it, that the atoms and molecules are very small, and in small quantity there is a large number of atoms or molecule present. This KMnO4 experiment activity, if you remember, dilution of KMnO4, then you can get correlate that. Next, in order to handle such large numbers, a unit of similar magnitude is required, and that unit is nothing but your 1 mole. So how we represent the number of substance or number of atom or molecule present in a given substance? We give it in terms of mole, and in mole we have a large number of atoms or molecules. Okay, and also you know that this mole is one of the 7th basic unit. Okay, 7 fundamental basic unit we discussed. This mole is one of them. That signifies the amount of substance. Okay, now what is that 1 mole? The definition of 1 mole is the amount of a substance that contain as many particles or entities as there are atoms in exactly 12 gram of carbon 12 isotope. Carbon 12 we have to mention here specifically because carbon have 3 isotope: carbon 12, carbon 13, carbon 14. Okay, carbon 13 is rare, carbon 14 is radioactive, so we just took one isotope of carbon, that is carbon 12. So 1 mole is the amount of substance that is equivalent to the atom present in 12 gram of carbon 12 isotope. Now here you might be thinking that why only carbon 12, why not other atoms? The reason is that carbon is very much abundant. Okay, earlier they used to compare with oxygen, but oxygen being reactive, it is difficult to find them in a what to say, in the free state. So carbon is a good option. Next, the mass of a carbon 12 atom was determined by spectrometer and found to be this much value, found to have this value 1.99 into 10 to the power minus 23 gram. Okay, so what we can do, if we multiply this mass with this number, okay, then we get a fixed number. See here, we know that 1 mole of carbon weighs 12 gram. The number of atoms in it is equal to, so we multiply this 12 gram with the mass of one carbon atom and we get the value 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 atoms per mole. Okay, that means in 1 mole how many atoms are there? We have this 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 atoms, and this number is known as Avogadro's number. It got a special name because it's the equivalent for all other atoms. As we have learned here, 1 mole is equal to this many atoms will present. So this got a specific name, that is Avogadro's constant or Avogadro's number. Okay, see some example here. For example, if you are talking about 1 mole of hydrogen atom, do remember only one mole of H atom, okay, not H2 gas. We are not talking about hydrogen gas, but we are talking about hydrogen atom. What will be the value? Since we are talking about 1 mole, the number will be Avogadro's number. So in 1 mole of hydrogen atom, if you take, then how many atom you'll get? You'll get 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 number of hydrogen atom. Same way, if you take 1 mole of water molecule, then how many water molecule you'll get it in 1 mole? Same, Avogadro's number. Same as in ionic compound. Sodium chloride is an ionic compound, so if you take 1 mole of sodium chloride, there also you'll get 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 molecules of sodium or unit of sodium chloride. Okay, so if it is 1 mole, the number will be same. If it is atom, Avogadro's number of atom. If it is molecule, Avogadro's number of molecule. If it is ionic compound, Avogadro's number of unit. 1 mole is equal to Avogadro's number of unit. Okay, that is the correlation between 1 mole and the number of atom, molecule and ions. Okay, next we'll see molar mass. We know about atomic mass, we know about molecular mass. Now what is molar mass? Molar mass is nothing but the atomic mass for the atom and molecular mass for the molecule. It is exactly having the same value. Okay, just here one difference you have to remember, that for molecular mass and atomic mass, what unit we got? We represent them with the unit U. But here, whenever we are talking about molar mass, the unit will be gram. Okay, now see, the mass of 1 mole of a substance in gram is called its molar mass. Okay, 1 mole substance, the mass of 1 mole of substance, if you represent it in gram, then it is termed as molar mass. The molar mass in gram is numerically equal to the atomic mass, molecular mass, formula mass in U. Okay, as I told you, this atomic formula and molecular mass we represent with U, but whenever we have to represent the molar mass, instead of writing this U, we have to write this gram. For example, molar mass of oxygen is 16.02 gram. But if you have written atomic mass of oxygen, then it would have been 16.02 U. Same as molecular mass of water, if we have taken, we would have written 18.02 U, but whenever we are dealing with the molar mass, it is coming as 18.02 gram. You know how to calculate the molecular mass, atomic mass, sum of atomic masses. So 2 into 1.08 for oxygen it is 16. So if you sum up, you will get this value. Same as for carbon, 12 gram. For sodium chloride, 58.5 gram. Okay, so that is the basic difference between molar mass and molecular, atomic or formula mass. The difference is just in terms of unit. Okay, for molar mass we get gram, and for other we get the U. Okay, this part is very much important. Here from you can expect 3 marks for in exam as numeral. So what is that? Is the percentage composition. The percentage composition of a given compound is defined as the ratio of the amount of each element to the total amount of individual element present in the compound multiplied by 100. Why 100? Because we are dealing with percentage. So we will understand this with an example. This is a formula given here. Let's see an example. Okay, for example, consider H2O molecule. Okay, molar mass of hydrogen here is 2 gram, because each hydrogen, you know, it is atomic mass is around 1. So for 2 hydrogen it is 2 gram in water, and molar mass of oxygen, only 1 oxygen is there, so it is 16 gram. So we have to find the percentage of hydrogen and oxygen in water. Okay, so what is the molar mass of water? We know it is 18 grams. So consider 18 gram of water contain 2 gram of hydrogen and 16 gram of oxygen. So mass percentage of hydrogen will be how much? 2 into 1.008. Okay, 2 hydrogen is there, so it will be 2 into 1.008 divided by total mass of water, that is 18, into 100. Okay, on simplification, how much value you get? You get 11.18%. Same for oxygen. How many oxygen is there? There is only 1 oxygen. So atomic mass of oxygen or molar mass of oxygen is 16 gram divided by mass of the molecule, that is 18 gram, into 100. Percentage we are calculating, so it will be 100. So we'll be getting the value as 88.79%. Okay, so this way we can calculate the percentage mass of each element in a given compound. What is the formula? Mass of the element divided by molar mass of the element divided by molar mass of the compound into 100. So that's all for today. I'll give some assignment to do on this topic. Okay, thank you.